Our next speaker is a senior systems analyst at Beacon Mutual Insurance and an adjunct instructor at the New England Institute of Technology. He also considers himself to be stunningly good-looking for a balding guy with glasses. He earned his bachelor's degree from New England Tech in computer science and an MBA from Johnson & Wales in organizational leadership. And he is most definitely afraid of bats. Teaching us how to tell if you're afraid of bats, please welcome Jim Bianco to the stage.
Thanks for that introduction. Before I get started, I just want to say she promised that the stage would actually add a lot of hair, and I'm looking at a flowing lock. So hopefully that is the case. Thanks for the introduction, because listening to your bios for everybody else, I started to feel like the Fruit Loop and the bowl of Cheerios up here. They're so professional and accomplished. Okay, so how to tell if you're afraid of bats? Okay, if you had asked me, "Are you afraid of bats?" I would have confidently told you, "No, I am not. I'm not afraid of bats. It's a bat. I'm not afraid of bats, right? Tiny little thing. Who's afraid of bats, right?" Well, at the beginning of last summer, I realized that in order to really accurately answer that question, you actually have to spend a little bit of time with a bat. And this actually happened to me in the summer of 2014. There was some construction near the house or whatever, displaced a bunch of bats. They knocked some trees down. And we were getting a summer storm, and I was putting the deck furniture away in the basement, and I was putting the umbrella up in the rafters, and a bat shot out of the umbrella. And as soon as the bat came out of the umbrella, I broke into a little bit of a sweat. I heard a little girl scream. A little bit of pee came out. And my heart started beating like I had a near-miss car accident. Okay? This bat was only in my basement a mere 10 seconds and then flew out the bulkhead and flew away. But I wasn't quite sure if I was afraid of bats. Maybe I was just startled, right? So maybe it just, I wasn't expecting it. So shortly thereafter, July 14th to be exact, 2014, I came home from work and find my whole family huddled in the kitchen staring out at our little above-ground pool. Daddy, there's a bat in the pool. Well, now we're going to find out who's afraid of bats, right? They're not going in the pool because there's a bat in the pool. My job is to get the bat out of the pool. I'm the dad, right? Sure enough. So I walk outside, I get up onto the deck, I'm looking. Oh yeah, there he is. Bat, little tiny bat hanging underneath the ledge of the above-ground pool. All right, well, how am I going to get this thing out of there? So, remembering the previous encounter, I went and got the skimmer, and I started extending this thing as long as I possibly could. To get from one end of the skimmer to the other, you get your passport stamped twice. Okay? So I'm as far away as I can be. And I start kind of splashing it and banging on the top of the ledge. This thing's not going anywhere. Come on. All right, so I'm too far away. The skimmer's too light. I walk up. I go around the back of the pool, and I go to bang on it really hard. And now the thing hisses at me. And I'm going to try and hiss for you, right? But really, it sounded like the devil's pet. I'm not going to be able to do it justice. So, at that moment, as soon as it hisses at me, I hear a little girl scream. I come to realize the little girl is me. I broke into a sweat, a little bit of pee came out. I'm like, all right. So, I'm starting to get the idea that I'm a little afraid of bats. So, I got to figure out how I'm going to get this bat out of the pool. So I go into the basement, I'm a guy, I'm looking for tools, right? I've got to have some kind of bat extraction tool somewhere, right? If I find a pair of work gloves, I'm like, yeah, definitely want these. There's going to be some work involved here, right? And I'm looking around for some kind of helmet, because the bat has got me off my game, right? And I kind of remember saying that bats might get stuck in your hair. So clearly, I'm off my game, right? I'm like, all right, well, I see a bike helmet. I'm like, well, what if it gnaws my eyes out? I don't want a bike helmet. And I saw a Darth Vader helmet that my son had worn for Halloween. So I said, all right, well, that'll work. And I put that thing on, because now I've covered it all the way around, right? So now I'm like, okay. And now I need something heavier to bang on the side of the thing to try and get the bat out. So I'm looking around. There's a hammer. No, that's too short. I want to be farther away, right? So I find like an 8-foot-long 2x4 from an old remodel down there. So now I'm going to sneak out the bulkhead and behind the bat, right, with my Beta helmet on, the gloves, and the 2x4, right? So I come out of the bulkhead. And I give it one big bang on the side of the pool, and that falls right into the water, right? Now it's drowning. I'm actually okay with this. I'm thinking in a few mere moments everyone will be swimming, right? But now the kid's watching from the window, no, you gotta save the man, you gotta save the man. So back up onto the deck I go, right? I grab the skimmer again, right? And I take this bat and I scoop it out of the pool, and now, go ahead, fly away, go into the woods, fly, right? It's nothing, it's exhausted, it's laying on the skimmer. I'm like, come on. So I kind of toss it up into the air, right? And so all of a sudden it starts to flutter. I'm like, all right, and now it's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and it's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and then swoosh, as fast as a bat could fly, the son of a bitch went right into my basement. I have not been in my basement since July 14th. That's how you know if you're afraid of bats.